What's up everyone, welcome into this video, and in this one I'm going to be showing you guys the best jump shot at all through height requirements. You have the under 6'5", the 6'5" to 6'9" I think is the next requirement, and then the 6'10" and higher for the centers. I'm going to start at the under 6'5" with my 6'1" build. The base for this first jump shot is going to be Stephen Curry. The first release is Oscar Robertson. I know he's really good for attributes to get your jump shot and like the ace. See, he just boosted right there, but he doesn't really have a flick like that. So for my second release, I did Dwayne Wade, and by flick I mean kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's more like a flick to where it's easier to see whenever you're actually in the game, because Oscar kind of goes like straight up, I feel like, just straight up and releases it, which I feel like is kind of hard to see for me personally. I don't know about the rest of you guys. So I did D Wade and put it at 55%, and you see it's got that little bit flick in there, so it's easier to time it. Alright, so this is the first jumper. Here, I'm just gonna take a couple shots so you guys can see what it looks like. I feel like I don't know, I like the Steph Curry base because it doesn't have as much of a jump to it. I don't like the ones that kind of jump like super high. That's just my personal feel about it. There you go. And then excuse the stamina, I don't have handles for days on this build yet. I just made it, and I'm considering making a build video for this one also. There you go. But yeah, this is, I think the 3-point requirement for this was a 90. I honestly didn't check. I can check again in a minute. But the second one has a lower 3-point requirement, so it should be easier for those if you made a shorter build that doesn't have as good of a 3, because I think mine's like a 92 or something like that on this one. Alright, so as you can see, that was pretty easy to green. I'm gonna make sure the not height requirement, the 3-point requirement isn't that high. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's a 90. And the second one I made, it's the same release, except the base is LaMelo Ball to make the 3-point requirement a little bit lower so everybody can kind of use it. I want to have like a universal jump shot to where I won't have to worry about those. I made like a lower 3-point rating so they can't like activate or anything like that. So same release, D Wade's the second one. Full speed, as always, to get the 55 D Wade. And actually get a higher release height, but I don't really feel like that matters. So that's the second build. I mean, not the second build, the second jump shot. And put that on real quick. I'll shoot it a couple times with it, show you guys what it looks like, and then I'm gonna move on to the 6'8", which I feel like is the most popular category anyway, because most guards or most point guards try to be 6'9" these days anyway. So I feel like that's gonna be the more popular build. There you go. And he jumps a little bit more than LaMelo. That's why I prefer the Steph, but it's still a nice base for a backup anyway. Alright, you guys, I'm now on the 6'8", the 6'8" point guard build. Although the fact that it's a point guard doesn't really matter. I think the height is the same regardless. For this one, I have two bases, but the first one is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. This is for the better shooters out there, because I think the 3-point requirement for this one's like an 83 or something like that. The base is Caldwell-Pope, which I haven't heard much about, but my friend put me onto it, and I've been using it ever since. This is definitely my go-to now for the 6'8" height. The first release is Oscar Robertson. And then the second release, I can't get D Wade because I'm 6'8" on this one, so I went with, where's he at? I went with Rudy Gay instead. He also has kind of a flick to his jump shot, so I feel like it kind of looks similar. And I also went 55% on this one. So that's the first jumper for this one. Alright, this one's 6'8", it's different height, but the release and everything looks the same. So even when I switch builds, I don't have to think too much about the jump shot. Everything kind of looks similar. It is a tad bit slower, but I mean, you're 6'8", so I feel like that's going to happen regardless. But as long as it's easy to time, I feel like that's, dang. As soon as I said that. There you go. I feel like it's easy to time, but I mean, as long as you got that, it's all that really matters. And the weird part is, I feel like the center might be the faster version, which is kind of weird, I feel like, even though I use the same release time on all of them. I'm gonna shoot like 2 more. My stamina is horrible on this. I just made this build also, as I made the video from like 2 days ago. So I'm still working on getting handles for days. I think that's in the tier 3, I may be wrong. But yeah, my stamina is horrible right now on this build. There you go. So yeah, you can see as well as that one's easy to green also. And then if you don't have the requirement to meet that, the 3-point requirement, you can switch the base to LaMelo and it looks basically the same. I'll pull it up real quick. because I believe LaMelo has a little bit of a lower requirement in terms of 3-point. For those, I know the 6'9" builds that are out there normally have a lower 3-point, like an 80 or something like that. So you could go with this instead. I'm trying to find Oscar. So Oscar. Rudy Gay, there we go. Full speed and the 55% Rudy. Okay, that one's an 82, so it's not as bad. My other build has an 82 3-point, so that should be easier. And then now I'm going to switch to my center, and I'll show you guys that jumper. Alright, you guys, now I'm on my center build, which is 6'10", but it still meets the height requirement for the 6'10" and higher. So even if you're 7'3", you can still use this build. I mean, not this build, this jump shot. The base for this one is O'Shea Brissett. I think I just passed it. Yeah, it's down there. Okay. Yeah, I've heard a decent amount about this base, but I seem to love it for the taller builds. The first release is Dirk, and second, I don't know how I found this. His name's Marco something. Yeah, there you go, Marco Simonovic. I'm not gonna try to spell that or pronounce that. Dirk is, I forgot what percent. I think it was 60. Yeah, it was 60% for Dirk, and then 40% Marco. And the 3-point requirement's only 77 for this, so it's not gonna be. Well, a lot of y'all should be able to get this 3-point rating, or not this 3-point rating, be able to use this jump shot because the requirement's kind of low. And then for the better shooters out there, like the stretches, I've heard that the base, where is he at? David Robinson is pretty good as well. There you go. And as you see, I can't get it because my 3-point rating on this build's an 85. But it looks, actually probably looks nicer with David Robinson base. But the only one that I have right now is the O'Shea Brissett jumper, so I'll show you guys what that looks like. Alright, I feel like this jumper is faster than the 6'1" and the 6'8", which is, I feel it's kind of weird. Even though I use the same release time in the settings for all three, it just feels way faster. Dang, I missed on that one. Yeah, as you can see, I like the jump shots that don't have that much of a jump in it. It's just, I feel like it's easier to time and to look at the wrist and everything. And then I'll shoot like just one or two more so you guys can see what it looks like. My stamina is horrible on all three of these, but these are all somewhat new builds. So I just got to grind those out. I'll shoot one more. There you go. Alright, so that's that jumper. I really like that one a lot. It might be my favorite one, even though it's a center that I probably play on the least. That's gonna be it for this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment what you guys think of the jump shots, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one, and appreciate you guys for watching.